today's review is over the Salomon Quest 40 GTX boots. So first off, they come in some different colors. I picked tan. I think they also have black and green. And they are made with real leather on part of the boot, and the rest of it is a synthetic material. So let's start off with some of the good things about this boot. So these boots here do have Gore-Tex. It works for a very long time, but after a while you'll find that the waterproofness does go away a little bit. Yeah, my boots are no longer waterproof anymore because my feet just got soaked. I can still walk through streams in these boots and stuff like that, but if you just stand in the water for a long time, it will go through. Now, when you first get them, you're not going to have that problem. They are 100% waterproof, all the way up to where it splits here on the tongue. Another good thing about these, they do have the Conta-Grip sole, so it's very anti-slip on wet surfaces. I've never had a boot that has so much ankle support other than these. It is almost impossible to roll your ankle in these right here. They also still have mobility. So very, very good ankle support. Another great thing about this boot, they do have an anti-puncture plate in here. So if you're stepping on something that's kind of pointy, it's not going to go through your boot as easy as it would with a normal rubber sole. I like that a lot because if you're walking around maybe some abandoned places like that, there's nails, there's pointy stuff on the ground, you're going to be covered for the most part, unless you step on something real hard. Now, the shoe's overall construction is very, very well done. So I use them every single day when I used to be a land surveyor, and I still use them every single day now. Farm chores, hiking, shooting, anything like that, I use these all the time. These are pretty much my everyday wear. And I've had them for about probably a year and a half now, or 2 years, and they're still holding up very strong. One thing you're gonna wanna watch out for when you get these boots, you're gonna wanna watch out for drying out the leather and the leather cracking on you. That is an issue that I have had. Now, did I really take that good of care of the leather on these boots? Not really. I use them every day, got them muddy all the time. Just rinse them off with water. If you want them to last even longer, you're gonna wanna put some sort of mink oil or something like that on your boots. Clean them, not with soap, obviously, just rinse them off with water, brush them off, put some mink oil on them, and that's gonna condition your leather very good, and it's gonna keep it nice and smooth. It's not gonna dry out and crack on you like I have here. The laces on the boots, that's another thing. They're very strong laces, but I will say, if you want your shoes to stay tied, you are going to have to double knot. You're gonna have to double knot these boots because whatever the lace material is made out of, it's almost like a paracord. And what I mean by that is the outside shell of the lace is kind of a slick material. It's a very smooth material. So if you don't double knot your boot, you're gonna have it come loose. And it happens to me all the time. So that's probably my only complaint, but you know, it's not that big of a deal to double knot your boot. Now, if we do look at the laces, you've got these leather loops here, keeping in the lace. And then when you get to the top, they're all made out of metal. And you've got 3 of them coming down each side. Look at the third one down here, this one that's a little bit bigger. When you get the part of your boot that goes over your foot, that goes over the top of your foot, once you get that to the right tightness, you can actually lock that in. So it's actually kind of got a friction lock right there, which is very nice. There's really not much else to say about these boots besides they're awesome. I highly recommend them. This is my honest review. They're very comfortable, even on long hikes, even with the heavy backpack on. Extremely comfortable. They're great in the snow, as long as you wear an extra thick sock. And the size runs normal. It doesn't really run small or big. But if you do plan on wearing them in the wintertime, you might want to get a half size up. That way you can put on some thicker socks and your feet aren't crammed. If you take good care of these boots, they should last you. Mine are still going strong even today. I do wish I would have took better care of the leather because that's starting to crack now, like I said, but I still wear them every day. I don't see why these couldn't last you 4 or 5 years if you take good care of them. Especially if you're not using them as much as I do. Most people don't wear this kind of boot every day. So honestly, as long as you're not growing and you get the size that you need, these boots could last you 10 years. It really just depends on how much use you're putting them through. Now, these boots are a little more on the expensive side. On Amazon right now, they're running about $250. So to some of you guys, that might not seem like much, but I know to other people, it does. If you're in the tactical shooting world, that's probably just kind of standard price to you. Yeah, these boots have served me very well. I'm probably going to get another pair of the newer version. I hope you guys enjoyed today's review. It's a kind of a short one. There's not much to say other than that they're good boots.